You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
How much higher can you get?
Big bucks, stop!
John Doe Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, a double R.
Birthday. It's your birthday.
If I die, bury me inside the Louis
The last time me get a present for me birthday, I was about 13. And it was the first time me get way in her jeans. She was flirting. So me do any man would I do. Me purple the tracks, I lift up the skirting. I left me body and her pussy conversing. Me should be done till her belly start hurting. She starts flirting. And I saw me name get big up in her scheme.
They ask me what I do and who I do it for. And how I come up with this shit up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci style. When I die, bury me inside the Louis style. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
This year me nah go be so picky. We start off me with take a Minaj from Nicki. Then after that, me know the one you can be tricky, but she slippery, so me wouldn't mind him give me a quickie. Then if you know you're round like Trina, body cock up like Serena, and you're freaky like Malia, make me see you. Even if you buy your ass like three of them, I hear cause I feel you. Cause them body flat and them want to be you. She want to keep it as a secret, so take it way low. In on me penthouse suite, me have J-Lo. She want to squeeze up me cocky like a Play-Doh. Cause she says she love it creamy like Alfredo. You see me queen, Pascal, definitely blessed well. Hip round, ass fat, chest well. The woman have a fat piece of pussy and it have to get cooked. The great chopper ranking said well. A double R.
They ask me what I do and who I do it for. And how I come up with this shit up in the studio. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci style. When I die, bury me inside the Louis style. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe. All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
The human brain is made for thinking, not pubic experience. It's hardly a tinker toy for experimenting. Not fuming with drugs.
Why do we talk about marijuana? It's the single biggest drug that is a source of some confusion.
This is really about educating the public about the fact that marijuana is a less harmful drug.
Marijuana, that's to get high.
You can be as high as you want.
The prohibition of marijuana over the last 71 years has not actually prevented you from using marijuana.
You feel weak.
Closer to winning the war.
I do believe there have been some successes.
We will never arrest our way out of this problem.
I'm out here trying to make it. Woman, can't you see? Takes a lot of money to make it. Let's talk truthfully.
Welcome to the John Doe Radio Show. I'm your host, John Doe, hanging out with my co-host, Bike Bully.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Sunday
Cannabis
morning.
World. I think good morning, Vietnam. Hey, have you ever seen that movie?
20 years ago I did, yeah.
We should have a day where me and you sit down and bond and talk about our differences and our problems over that movie. We could laugh at Robin Williams. We could cry with Robin Williams.
I don't know about... Can't take Robin Williams seriously, especially in the 80s, knowing how much cocaine he was on.
Yeah, that's good shit. Dude, he's the funniest man alive. Period. End of story.
I have a hard time even enjoying his stand-up comedy knowing how high he was.
For real?
Sounds like a bit of a tool, yes.
All right. Well, that's fair, I guess.
But go back and look at some old Mork and Mindy, which was based in Boulder,
I couldn't
Colorado.
watch Mork and Mindy.
Did you know that was based...
Look, when I wear my hat, like, you can't see my face at all because it casts such a shadow. We need better lighting.
Did you know Mork and Mindy was based in Boulder, Colorado?
You told me that here recently.
I always like to bring that point up. I don't know why. But
I think you just like to one-up me on... I don't know, just go.
So, what was I going with? I was just saying that, yeah, go back and watch some, or even listen to some Robin Williams stand-up comedy. And it's kind
I like it.
It's just a little embarrassing.
I think it's awesome.
feel bad for him. I get douche chills. I'm surprised that more than anything that he's still alive. Nanu, mofo. This is Mork calling Orson. Bring cocaine, Orson.
Whoa. All right, so today on the John Doe Radio Show, what do we have
We
for the folks?
I don't know. We didn't even discuss that.
Dude,
the song that haunts my head 19 hours a day.
I swear to goodness, I'm going to hit the mute button. You talk shiz about the no seeds, dude.
I didn't talk any shiz.
Right,
I just
stop.
said, like, I'm walking around going, doot, 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 doot. And I need to bang my head off a door real quick just to get it to go away.
I did you a favor. It started with yours. I tried to like say, "Hey, let's roll with yours for here."
So it should be
second.
every other day. That's all. That's all we ask.
You know what? People sometimes message me and they say, "Hey, it doesn't feel right when you don't start with no seeds, dude."
Well, this is a new version of JDR. People need to realize that there's more than one strain in the world.
You want to serve me up with there?
After I do, maybe.
Serve me up.
I'll give you a free dab here in a second.
I'll get some. Hey, by the way, right now in our possession is some Absolute Shishkaberry. Explain Absolute again to everybody.
It's winterized.
This is not a vodka.
No, it is not.
Vodka distilled. It's just winterized, which, in my opinion, is the only way to go. But it's
then
more
you get
expensive right
into,
now.
No, it's not. It's the same price.
It's in places it's more expensive.
Is it?
Where you're getting it, it's not.
Where?
How much does it cost for you for a gram to get it?
$30 or $40, depending what strain it is.
$50 in some places right now.
There has been a $50 selection.
And in
past.
Boulder, there are up to even
70, but that's not an absolute.
But that went down.
No, they actually have 3 $70 grams now.
Really?
As of 2 days ago, as of
Holy
yesterday.
shiz! I didn't know that. Wow. That sucks. That means that like I'm not incredibly, dude. That's gonna suck because those.
Careful.
Why?
Friend of ours.
No, I know. I understand. I'm not trying to say anything. Like, do business, do your thing. But I'm saying.
You want to look at a Mickelson with your own eyes. You'd be nice.
What I'm talking about right now, though, is what that would mean in the long run when supply starts to run short here soon when legalization goes through, because that's going to skyrocket. I mean, the prices are going to be all the way up to $100, maybe plus dollars for a gram of. I mean, I can see that happening. That's not far-fetched, dude.
It's happened before.
Yeah. Well, not.
And that wasn't supply and demand. That was just because. Well, let's see if we can sell earwax for $80 a gram because we just got here and no one else is selling anything.
Yeah, I mean, 80, 90, I think, is the highest it really got on a regular, and it didn't last that long.
I remember seeing this is years before I even had my red card. Excuse me, ads in the back of the Westward advertising grams of earwax for $80 a gram.
Oh yeah, there's a place that I won't name. Well, actually, you know what? They're no longer in business. That
Say it.
Delta 9 or whatever it was.
Oh yeah,
had that honey oil I've talked about before, and that shiz was like $90 a gram at one point in time. It was some of the, I mean, at the time, it was way ahead of its time.
Here's a weird thought.
It was the best stuff that you could get, in my opinion. Period. Smooth, clean, fantastic
honey oil,
high.
A little jar, very unstable.
Very unstable.
Yeah, we used to get
honey, like clear.
We used to get that in Boston. We used to get that in Boston once every 5 years. Someone would pull a crack vial this big, Tim, that big, black top,
I'm
clear
producing
bottom.
the show. Thank you.
I'm just having a conversation with you. And it was a quarter of a gram, and I think it was $150. 2,000 miles away here. And this is also 2001.
Wow.
And we actually got that from the same guy we were getting Super Silver. The first time I got Super Silver Haze. But back in the day, I remember when it was just Silver Haze. That's how old I am. Anyways, and that's the first time I ever did hot knives. Heating up knives and just dripping it. And it tasted amazing, but he couldn't get a big enough hit because it was so unstable.
Dude, I've never been into hot knifing.
You never lived on the East Coast. You never had to.
11-11. Oh, y'all got to take a hit. That is the rule.
I just did. I'm still recovering.
I randomly looked at the clock. All right. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, all right, in 2011, we were doing the show, it was from about the same time. It was the same time. At 11:11, I caught that damn number like every single day in 2011, and it became a game. That every time we caught that number, 11:11, everybody had to take a hit. Mm-hmm. It really was just an excuse to get high.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was
anything.
It was just glorifying it. That's all fun. I hear you.
It was fun. So we'll keep that in play. So
going back to what
and also
I was
it's
saying,
available to you all in the chat room, but it has to be. You're on the honor system here, all right. You have to look at the clock at 11:11 exactly. You can't just be waiting for it to happen. You got to be like, bam! Oh shiz! It's 11:11. Boom!
Boom!
Everybody's got a hit.
Speaking of Delta 9, I know that's home of Bruce Banner, correct?
Yes, it was. Yeah, they won a few awards with that Bruce Banner.
And then
before the cup was here. And I mean, it was great. It was a fantastic strain. And
do you know what it is?
I can't. I think it was the Bruce. Was it 5? I always get. See, here's the thing. Northern Lights number 5 is one of those strains that's hard to come by. The like late 90s, early 2000s, into that, like Northern Lights number 5 was super freaking popular. It was an outdoor strain. It was fantastic.
It's a classic monster.
I love it. But it's hard to find that specific pheno and have it be the right one right now. Now, I don't know which Bruce Banner they had, but they had one that was the frostiest, nicest.
But do you know what the cross is to make Bruce Banner?
Oh, no, not right now off the top of my head. I could search for it.
I'm pretty sure it's OG Kush and what did you just say?
I didn't say anything. Bruce Banner is OG Kush, Rez is Strawberry Diesel.
Strawberry Diesel, that's what it was. Okay. Anyways, smoke the number.
That's what this first thing says.
That's what it is. Strawberry Diesel times OG Kush. But smoke the number 3 flowers and run the number 5 for the oil, because number 5 oil tastes like copper tone sunblock. It smells like it, like very unique and awesome.
Copper tone sunblock.
Not in a bad way. Anytime I tell you, like if it smells like cat piss, it's not foul. It's in a pleasant way. You know what I'm saying? Just like you wouldn't want to smoke weed that tastes like Chinese food for real. I mean, it had that essence of Chinese food.
The cat piss that I tried from Rare Dagness that they had at one point in time that they were trying to cut crosses with, that was good. It was one of the only hazy strains that I've really dug. And there was a few phenos in there that I didn't like at all, but it's a great strain. Bring it back.
So anyways, the point of the story is
I thought you were done.
Heard a story about the guy who's responsible, I won't say his name, for the cross, going into another dispensary, Pink House, and actually buying his own cross from Pink House by the 8th.
By the way,
yes,
I'd like everybody to know, Cannon. I have 2 waters today, so we will avoid any conflict that we ran into yesterday. I'll just leave it at that. All right? I won't throw you under the bus.
New conflict.
It's fine. Get it. Big thanks to our sponsors here at the John Doe Radio Show that make this show possible. We cannot do it without you. We can't do it without you. Sorry. I just chased everybody away. WarrenEdson.com. Make sure you check out WarrenEdson.com if you're in Colorado. They also have representation for you in Aspen. WarrenEdson.com. Edson, Mayton, and Matz. WarrenEdson.com. Criminal defense, cannabis, family law. Make sure you holler at somebody you trust. Somebody we trust. Explicitly. Is that proper use of that term? Did I get a really...
Explicitly?
Explicitly trust.
Is that what you said?
I don't know, yeah. I say weird words sometimes.
You're a verb seeker, adjective seeker.
We have a dictionary of JDR-isms over here in the corner. And you've picked up quite well on quite a few of them. I'm very happy with you. Except for yesterday.
Well, thank you.
I wanted to punch you in your face yesterday. It's too bad that
I
you're
was
way
waiting
bigger.
for it. I wouldn't have let you. I wouldn't have let you put yourself in that position, but it would have been funny on camera.
There was lots of conflict yesterday.
It was a weird moon
in my life. That I'm just I viewed conflict, and then I got okay. So, also big thanks to Grow Your Own Grow Store, 1118 or no wait 1118. What the fuck am I? 2118 South Bel Air Street. If you're in Colorado, Denver, you need to get some grow supplies. Head to them. I got to work yesterday, and they just kept. They're like angry dabs, dude. Angry dabs.
Butangry.
Butangry. And I was like, dude, that wasn't that angry. That wasn't that angry.
I listened to the show last night.
Did it actually sound halfway decent, or did you really collapse it? Like I was like, Jesus Christ.
You sounded pissed.
Did I?
Oh my God.
Did I sound really pissed?
Angry.
Damn it.
It was great.
These headphones are so almost done. Anyway. Yeah, I was kind of angry with you.
It was awesome.
They commented quite a bit on it yesterday.
Who did?
The store.
Oh, did they? Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Grow Your Own?
Anyway, also big thanks to Compassionate Pain Management, a holistic wellness center, and they have 2 locations.
One is in Lakewood. The other one's a little bit northeast in Louisville. You can take the Boulder Highway direction to get there.
Are you sure you know where you're going?
It's 36, isn't it? 36.
CompassionatePM.com if you need to get any more information. CompassionatePM.com.
Where the PM does not stand for powdered mildew.
I'm used to pushing a button with you now, so I need a row of buttons where I could like...
You can't turn fast enough.
Or like, I just need a row in front of me that has cool sound effects and shiz in it.
I said I need that. I need to run that the board.
They have machines that... They have specific machines that they make for that. I mean...
Just get on it.
You would misuse the crap out of it, though. That's pretty much the main reason why I haven't used anything like that.
Only once a day.
Because I think they're lame a lot of the time. Unless you can have quotes. Like, if there's quotes in it. Okay, one of my favorite guys... Like, I get a lot... I get a lot of my...
I studied under Fred Norris for years. I could run the sound effects board.
So
20 years I studied under Fred Norris.
What?
I listen to Howard Stern.
Yeah, you...
I'd be great. Very...
He means that
there's
he
a subtlety to it.
Fred Norris, Howard Stern producer, he's saying that he's listened to Howard Stern. Not that he's worked with Fred.
No, well, I studied under
Pig
Fred.
Vomit came to my station and actually worked with us for 2 weeks.
Is that why you suck sometimes?
Probably, yes.
God. He's such a C word.
I left the radio.
I never get that out of my head of the end of the Howard Stern movie of Paul Giamatti playing Pig Vomit and just calling Howard Stern a C word in the most, what's the word? Just the most genuine, pissed off, losing my mind tone of voice. And Baba Booey to y'all.
A radio station wouldn't let me do anything besides just read promos.
Because you smell like pig virus.
I didn't have any, like... I don't know. I just felt held back. So that's why that didn't work out up there. I got fired and then rehired, though.
That's a rare occurrence.
I don't know if I really got fired. It was more of a mutual...
Go F yourself, I'll go F myself.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like severance. And then some dude quit on him all of a sudden, and I was like, yo, I'll come...
Well, listen, I see you're in a spot. I realize I may have made a mistake. Can I come back?
No, I was... Dude, that was a loud-ass kiss. Jesus,
deep in the cheeks.
I was growing by then, dude. So, I mean, it was just... It was more of wanting to stay in radio at that point in time, hoping that radio would ride the wave of of satellite radio
rock and roll
out, and it never did.
You're gonna keep thanking our sponsors here, so we can.
There's one thing that I can't stand though is KS 107.5, because the two songs they
You're
play on
listening to KS 107.5.
that Pitbull and Christina
Station
song
that Tim can't stand.
and then there's that Pitbull and Christina song out right now that just is horrible. Gets
Coming
stuck
at you with some Pitbull and Christina.
And then the Britney and Will I Am, is that?
That last one was Britney and Will I Am coming at you.
I'm trying not to think of them right now.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Because they're going to get stuck in my head. All right. Big thanks also to Element 420. Our good friends at Element 420. Ow. It just smacked my hand on the
I heard
table.
that. I may even felt it.
Bah. Big thanks to our friends at Element 420. Element, FOUR20.com on Federal Ware.
They're at 82 South Federal, which is like 2 blocks north of Alameda and Federal, on the east side in a dispensary green-colored building.
Yes, it's your nice green-colored building and friendly service at the door waiting for you. So, locations all over the place that you guys could check out that support the John Doe Radio Show. If you are listening to us from a dispensary and you'd like to advertise with us on the John Doe Radio Show, we want you here with us, obviously, and we want to promote you. Mike got an email yesterday from someone that hopefully we can talk with and sit down and work with that heard the show for one of the first times, and it freaked him out. Again, he finally realized that he's not just talking to me and the people in the chat room.
Sometimes it seems that way, and that's, I think, what makes me comfortable sitting here and blurring out the camera with my eye so I don't see it, but yeah, it was cool, interesting to wake up to an email this morning.
Yep. So
from a dispensary who was saying that
people
they were
notice.
listening.
People notice.
They didn't seem to mind me and Tim about to go at it yesterday. They said it was funny. That's fine. Next time, maybe I'll poke a little harder.
No.
And with my finger to the throat.
Compassion and Pain Management, Element 420, WarrenEdson.com, and you have a sponsor also that you would like to talk about and read.
Are you talking about GreenSideUpGallery.com?
Yes, I am.
Well, it just so happens they specialize in the sale of top-quality USA-made glass art. Green Side Up Gallery sources from small glass blowing studios and independent glass blowers from all over the USA, including Colorado, California, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Minnesota, of all places. You can also buy glass art directly off their website, GreenSideUpGallery.com. Also provides wholesale glass art to other glass galleries. GreenSideUpGallery.com is based in Boulder, Colorado. GreenSideUpGallery.com. GreenSideUpGallery.com.
Why does it look like you're trying to...
What does it look like?
First somebody.
First somebody?
Yeah, you were like...
I'm holding a cigarette in my hand. My e-cigarette.
Greenside Up Gallery.
See? Yeah. It's a tongue twister. Say that after 3 dabs.
GreenSideUpGallery.com. Booyah shaka.
Shaka.
Shout out to
booyah.
Shout out to our homeboy Greg. I don't know if he's listening or not, but he's out in
the PDX.
Having good times. Having good times.
Eating some chowder. Some East Coast chowder, but he's in Portland.
Yeah.
Not Portland, Maine.
Whoa, that was a huge rumble in the belly. Wow. I actually tried to listen to see if it would come through on the microphone.
Through the mic, stood up and put your gut right in front of the microphone.
Mad munchies, dude. Holy guacamole. All right. I also have to make a confession.
Oh, damn.
Yesterday, I was really, really hungry after I got off here.
And you ate some boogers.
And I had a few Cheez-Its. I'm sorry.
You're going to GMO hell.
I broke my Kellogg's.
Kellogg's Sunshine Market.
I broke my Kellogg's, whatever the fuck it's called when you don't buy something boycott. That's what it is.
Edict?
Yeah, I farked up that. So I apologize. I promise to grow more weed at some point in time to make up for it. That's my answer to everything. Grow more weed.
Who was it that told us that we were...
You got an issue? Grow more weed.
Someone told us in our argument we were both on point because you were saying Kellogg's and I'm like Sunshine. And it turned out it was both of them. I think it was a toaster.
That's because Kellogg's, you said Sunshine makes it, and they're an offshoot of Kellogg's.
Yeah, Kellogg's Sunshine Market is a offshoot.
And why we hate Kellogg's is because they fired Mike Phelps. Even though Mike Phelps may or may not be a douche, but at the same time,
baby Swiss cheese is just so good in tomato soup.
I couldn't see how you, as a snack food company that has things like marshmallow s'more cereal, could be pitching to anybody else but me as a stoner.
How about kids?
Oh yeah.
Says what? Left your phone on today, Tim?
I didn't leave my phone on today.
I just heard it.
You know what? You didn't hear it on because it is dead, homie.
Someone's phone is in here. It just went off.
My phone is dead.
Mine is too.
Dead. D-E-A-D. Dead.
There's a phone in here.
Is there a phone in here? Yeah. That's your phone.
Mine's dead too.
Your phone is not dead. I'm looking at the screen right there.
You can look at it, but look at the battery. It's at 1%. It's dead, and it's on vibrate.
Sniff it out, dude. Sniff it out. All right. Get rid of the Bruce Banner cross there.
Do it.
Sorry. I got distracted by myself in the I was looking at I was trying to get to the news stories, and then I came to myself on the iCannabis radio page.
Yep.
And I was like, you are making a funky face.
Sure are.
This whole thing is just funky anyway.
It's called your face.
It is.
That Sinead O'Connor haircut.
Dude, why are you going to talk smack about that? I like my hair. What's wrong with my hair?
I didn't say anything wrong with it.
I cut it myself.
That's why it's a Sinead O'Connor haircut.
I shaved it.
Mm-hmm.
Beard growing back in very finely. Fantastically. I got a bit. Let's get to some substance here.
Please.
One of the stories today that pissed me off most of all.
Oh, these are where we love to get to.
The ridiculousness of the day. Actually, let's make that the LARF moment of the day.
Do it.
The LARFy moment of the day. That's when I found out this news. Ziller Hagel. I don't know why I can't read names. The 20-year-old son of Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel was in Fairfax County District Court Wednesday morning, where charges stemming from a marijuana arrest last year were dismissed.
This is a bunch of shiz.
Hagel, who attends college in the Chicago area, was arrested on the misdemeanor charge last June, but his case was continued several times last year and earlier this year. The Washington Free Beacon first noted that the young man's arrest and court appearance. Nina Ginsburg, an attorney for Hagel, said an arrest happened after police officers spotted him in a parked car near a park area at night listening to music by himself. And he wasn't smoking weed. Smoking weed or wanking it, one of those two. Whoa.
Is that why you go to parks?
I'm not going to go there.
Right. Not going to go to that park.
I have to talk about it. When I was in high school, it may have been my junior or senior year.
Oh my God, that's when little boys are the horniest.
May or may not have.
Oh, this is going to be gross.
Been caught with a young lady. I wasn't doing anything necessarily. We were just hanging out. May have had a friendly hangout after a movie. And not like that.
A friendly hangout.
But still,
hands above or below the waist?
This cop, hands above the waist, come on.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen.
I'm trying to be shh. And the cop, the point of the story is the cop came up behind us and shined a light on.
Yeah.
And we were both just chilling there. And he called our parents and, man, made such a massive deal. Acted like that we were boinking in the back of the car and he caught us naked or something, which was not the case at all. I assure you.
Well, I got similar story that's even better.
I'd be bragging about it.
So,
no kidding. You have a similar story?
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
It's about a guy in the chat room.
I at least can make my stories PG-13, dude.
I'll do the same. I'll even go NC-17 for you.
No, that's what I'm afraid of, dude.
All right, here we go.
I'm so hungry.
Guy's not in the chat room today, but you can ask Hempy when he's in the chat room next about this story. When we were probably, him and his girlfriend were about the same age at the time, probably 24. We used to go to this state park in Andover, Mass, called Harold Parker State Forest. It was right behind the state police barracks. No big deal. Hempy and his girlfriend were there, and we just go and smoke, and they were naked and doing what naked people do in their car when we go to Harold Parker State Forest. And all of a sudden they heard, this is 2 or 3 in the morning, and they look over, and there's a state cop with a flashlight, and they're both naked, and the police asked them both to step out of the car, and he let the girl get dressed and made my friend stand there, and then took the girl over the car and asked her if she was there against her will.
Damn.
And then the cop just said, get dressed, chubby. You guys be on your way.
That would suck if your girl was having second thoughts at that point in time about you. Woo.
Yeah, it happens.
Hunter, continue the story now. They searched his car and found a tiny amount of marijuana, but no evidence whatsoever that he had used it or where it came from. We had a real issue of whether they could...
Say it again clearly just to make sure everyone heard it, because this is ridiculous.
I'll read the whole thing here. Hold on.
Ridiculous.
They searched his car and found a tiny amount of marijuana, but no evidence whatsoever that he had used it or where it came from, she said. We had a real issue of whether they could prove it was there and whether there was legitimate right to search the car. Okay, the issue is whether there was legitimate right to search the car. Any other person, possession, bam, guilty. We've all watched Cops before. I don't watch it because of my PTSD and shiz, it's just, that show bugs the shit. I honestly can't watch that show, dude. I fly off the handle with that show, dude. The show is like a perfect... never mind. I'm not going to get into that.
Tim,
but this is crap. This really, honestly,
for real,
is probably crap because keeps getting delayed, keeps getting put off. Finally, I mean, I guess it's not... All right, let me make a disclaimer here. I'm not bummed that somebody got off on marijuana charges. That's great, but at the same time, you got to think that maybe some strings were pulled in this situation because it's not really representative of what usually happens. Now, if you get a fantastic, big, huge lawyer, you might be able to get something like that. We really should have a lawyer in here talking about this right now. Because I feel like we're maybe giving out misinformation. But honestly, this feels ridiculous.
What year did you graduate high school?
2002.
So you were in high school in the year 2000?
Yes.
All right, this is confirmed. And this is a paper Tim did in high school. Someone just sent me.
Not.
Yes, it is. Listen.
No, it's not.
This is just some of the questions.
I'm about to mute you.
Just read it. Let me read it.
Let me see this.
Just let me read it.
No, there's no way that you're just making this. Okay,
there's nothing wrong with it.
He's
says,
making this shiz up.
No, as an adult,
what are you talking about?
I'd like to have these qualities. And Tim said caring, loving, and kind.
Let me see
And then it said, I would like to be famous when I grow up. Circle one, yes or no. And he circled yes.
Give me the damn thing.
And it said, let me just read this.
Turn it around. Let me see.
If I could be any celebrity, I would be Amanda Bynes because she is a very good actress and doesn't do drugs. If I become famous, I would like to be known for acting or ice skating. Timothy Martin. You had Mrs. Clementine in 10th grade?
No. You're an idiot.
Come on.
You honestly are an idiot. Hagel was ready to fight the charges. Instead, he worked out a deal with prosecutors to complete 100 hours of community service, after which the charges could be dropped. Well, see, this is not too crazy. I should have read the rest of the thing.
It's not too crazy?
That's not too crazy.
Oh.
Ginsburg said the first hearing last summer was deferred pending results of a lab test. Others... It's great how they put this at the bottom of the story.
Of course. It's lucky to even be included.
His father was not in court Wednesday, but attended an earlier hearing. What was I going to...
I couldn't tell you that.
Did we get to the...
I couldn't tell you that either.
I don't think we got to that. Was that the LARF moment? That moment was the LARF moment.
all I got for
Fantastic.
sound effects.
What was I talking about? The shishkaberry is what we have to smoke.
Yes,
I
and
know
you're
there's-
responsible.
Like, I'm thinking
You
back
said
now. that-
Paul Token had nothing to do with it, and you are the only reason that shishkaberry exists in Colorado.
You're fired. Once you start creating battles between me and other people, then I'm going to really whip your ass. I have a flame thrower, and I will use it.
Huh?
I'm remembering things we've skimmed over because
I couldn't hear
now that I'm
this all.
slowing
I
down.
heard you say something like that.
Honestly, a blur. The last 40 minutes, just trying to get through it with you is enough.
Blur.
Did you try the candies yesterday?
I did. I ate a lot of them, actually. The gummies are fantastic.
So today in the studio, you brought shishkaberry. Oh, yeah, we did talk about the absolute shishkaberry. All right. And what else did you bring?
Oh, then I had some leftover Ghost Train Haze and Sour Diesel from Kind Love.
Nice.
I got some fire over there, too.
Nice. California Assembly will soon weigh in. We talked about this, by the way. I just want to make sure that we keep this in the news. Because I am okay, let me make sure I say this the right way. I am pushing for responsible regulation in California so that it moves your progress forward. Moves progress.
Oh.
Cancel each other out. California Assembly will soon weigh in on a bill to create statewide standards for growing, selling, and transporting medical marijuana. Supporters say the measure would establish much-needed guidelines. Bill introduced by San Francisco Assemblyman Tom Amiano would set up a new division within the Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control. This division would regulate the growing, testing, and selling of medical marijuana. It would also establish an application procedure and fee schedule for those who are involved in the business. Margaret Dooley Samuli. That's too good. Hey, is that a Reese's cup?
Nope, it's a Daisy's edible, non-medicated peanut butter cup. Murphy left here yesterday. Thanks again, Murphy.
Canon. Big thanks to Daisy's Edibles.
Thanks to Canon and Nikon and Olympus, Kodak,
Senior police advocate,
Polaroid,
senior policy advocate with ACLU in San Diego said access to medical marijuana has been spotty ever since voters approved it in 96. It's been a real struggle. We watched it unfold, and what's been missing all along is guidance from the state, so it is quite overdue. Law enforcement officials don't like the bill. That's because it would forbid them from spending money to help federal authorities enforce federal bans on marijuana. Booyah shaka! So we start reaching out to California more and more, and as this unfolds, you know what? You should try and get Assemblyman Tom Amiano on the show.
Hold on a second. Beep, bop, boop, bop, 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 boop, boop. Excuse me, could I speak with Assemblyman Tom? Who? What? Who am I looking for? Tim? Buchanan.
I freaking could never ask you to do a single thing.
You could.
It'll get back to him. Right?
I don't even remember his name, but I'm on hold asking for it.
So, this story is interesting. Customs and Border Protection officers have arrested the 34-year-old Mexican national who they say was attempting to smuggle 3,300 pounds of marijuana into the U.S. Officers working at the Nogales commercial facility referred the man driving a tractor trailer for additional inspection as he tried to enter the United States. Our narcotics detection canine alerted the presence of drugs inside the shipment of canned jalapenos.
That sounds like horrible quality weed.
They found more than 2,000 cans filled with marijuana.
And they're saying...
What? And I'm not kidding you. The picture here shows...
Spin it.
Canned marijuana. Jalapeno marijuana.
Spin it.
Dude, I hate spinning it. Then it knocks my camera sometimes.
Holy God. Oh, hold on.
That kind of looks like jalapeno spinach.
That's some swag. That's the weed?
Yeah.
Dude.
And then that's packaged too.
That
It looks
looks
like
like-
it's packaged in multiple ways.
That's the worst looking weed haven't seen in 10 years.
It's canned, dude. It's like fully canned.
Canned.
It went through a canning
Dude,
system.
Here's the thing. It wouldn't make the same big noise that cranberry sauce makes coming out of the can, but it would be in the same shape, and it would have the rings around it on the side, too.
2,000 cans, estimated $1.6 million. Do the math.
Can you smell through cans?
It's all about how you prepare it.
Yeah, true. If you're touching cans,
the
you're rubbing up on cans with weed on your hands, you're going to get
And really, yeah,
weed
I mean,
cans.
marijuana can permeate quite a bit. I mean, drug dogs are pretty damn keen if trained correctly. The tractor trailer and drugs were seized. The driver was turned over to ICE's Homeland Security investigations. His name was not released. I seriously wonder what kind of crap I have smoked over the years that I have ingested, smoked, whatever cannabis. Dude. That's... I'm not even worried about the jalapeno, but like...
the jalapenos are in there with it.
Another little sidetrack story here. A Daly City man, where's Daly at?
Hold on a second.
San Francisco.
Brett Maverick, I'm going to have to ask you to get to here on time, and don't interrupt the chat room, please. If you're going to get here late, just do it quietly. Thank you.
Why are you... Wait. Hold on here.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, Brett. Why are you... What are you
just
doing? Why are you
asking
going
people
after...
to get here on time? I'd ask anyone.
What, did he disturb you in some sort of way, obviously?
Chat room was peaceful, and he's like, hey, I'm here.
Brett, you go ahead and announce when you're here at any point in time, all right, buddy? Don't listen to this dude over here.
Haggis did it with style. He was here, and he just snuck in with class and just was sat down.
Listen, just because Haggis is your friend, don't sit here and be biased to the people in the chat room.
Never met Haggis, although I came really close. He was in town. He was in Boulder, and we were gonna, and I didn't get messages for a couple days later. And it was like two ships passing in the night.
You could pretty much say that about it. Daly City man who claimed he grew more than 500 marijuana plants for personal use was sentenced to 4 months in San Mateo County Jail and 3 years to probation Wednesday for felony possession of marijuana for sale and other charges. This Vietnamese cat, which the story doesn't say that, actually says his name, but I don't know. I have no clue how to say his name.
Please do. I'll give you a lesson on how to pronounce Vietnamese names.
Thang Vinh Hong.
Can you spell it, please?
Thang.
Thang. Stang.
Vinh. Vinh.
Yeah. Thang Vinh.
Hong.
Spell it. Is it Huong?
Hoang.
Oh, hang. It's hang.
Tang Vinh Hang.
Tang Vinh Hang.
That is Vietnamese name, maybe? Yep. I don't know. I was just Asian name.
I was just making it up as I went along, too. Sounds like a guy like that. His name would be Pete.
Why do I trust a single freaking thing that comes out of your mouth?
His American name is Pete.
Hey, hook it up. Thought you were going to serve me up here.
If you do 10 push-ups, I'll give you a dab.
Hey, will you serve me up?
10 push-ups.
If I do 10 push-ups, then you have to take over the show. Then you...
I can take over the show while you do 10 push-ups right there.
No. Along with the plants, 60 ounces of weed were found. Also a scale and turkey bags.
Turkey bags.
At the home where he lived, nearly $6,500 in cash was found, but no marijuana. He claimed he and 3 other family members grew marijuana for personal and medical needs. But a jury in March... Why the hell do they have to freaking pick on us? But a jury in his March trial wasn't high. So they found him guilty of the charges. That's some pretty sideways reporting there. Thank you, San Francisco Examiner, for being dicks. You are a bastard, dude.
Why so? Why?
Blowing smoke.
Oh, it's called taking a dab? Don't you see the mark on my neck, dude?
Seriously, stop referring to that shiz. I don't want to hear that, dude.
Referring to what?
It makes me freaking cringe every time you refer to that. So stop.
I was here before our dad was here, so.
I don't care. I have never heard that in my entire life.
Really?
Fire that up. Please? All right, fine. I'll fire it up.
Those guys on iDab Radio could fire up their own dabs.
iDab Radio hasn't been on for a minute.
Well, and it was on years ago, once or twice. Those
Years ago?
Those 2 episodes they did.
You know, Cannabis has been around for 2 years, right?
Yes.
2 years. So years ago would be a little incorrect.
No. 2 is multiple.
You were talking yesterday about, hey, cap me, hand it over.
Say please.
Please.
Thank you. I'm big on manners.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Grassy ass. Microsoft manager becomes marijuana mogul. Plans to import drugs from Mexico. You talked about this yesterday?
I didn't talk about it, but I put it on JDR page because I was like, what? Headies for swag. Headies for swag. Whoa. Yeah, it's a little cottony in there.
Cottony?
Looks like cotton water. Cloudy.
It looks all right.
I've seen it worse, but yeah. I've seen it way worse.
With the sale of marijuana legal in Washington State, one former Microsoft manager hopes to turn his budding pot business into the Coca-Cola of cannabis. Was that the Shishkaberry again?
Nope.
Did you give me the haze?
That was some Ghost Train haze.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I'm slowly fading away into the oblivion.
Yes.
All right. Focus. He wants to turn his budding pot business into the Coca-Cola of cannabis. Former Microsoft corporate strategy manager Jamin Shively hadn't even smoked pot 18 months ago, but
he still had 6 nanogram limit in his blood.
That's funny.
Thank you. I noticed by your insincere laugh. Courtesy laugh.
But he now hopes to launch the first retail brand of marijuana to sell in outlets throughout the Evergreen State. Named after, is his name Shively or Shively? Shively, his great-grandfather and former vice governor of the island of Cebu in the Philippines, Diego Pellicer Incorporated. Well, that just makes absolute sense. It's poised to become the first name brand marijuana sold in the U.S.
It's going to be creepy.
Are you kidding me? The first name brand marijuana sold in the... What are they... What it qualifies as name brand marijuana?
Tim Martin's OG Kush.
Like, seriously? Mm-hmm. This is what's going to suck. Is that people that have no clue what the fuck they were doing 18 months ago didn't even give a damn about marijuana. Or, he probably did, but... But see, here's the thing. Nobody needs to come in and take credit where credit has already been given to people for... That goes for people in the industry currently. That's what I don't want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? The big situation come in. That's why in Colorado, I think we're handling it decently well. Even though I don't like that moratorium, I don't think it's great business practice to shove on to people.
Mm-hmm.
If we're stuck with it, then we might as well think about it in a good way. So people that are already in the industry continuing to help build our industry responsibly, not having bigger people come in from the outside and taking over the industry and making it into something that is different than what we already have here. I mean, which was a big intent of the situation.
Yeah.
And I understood that, and I still, as I say, don't think that it's not my favorite American business practice, but at the same time, we're forced with it. And now, if you look at it, it's not horrible. And if our industry here in Colorado does as well as we think they can do with it, and should do with the jump and the head start that they're given, then it's gonna be really exciting, and people are gonna really be able to build, a decent, what's it called when you have something under you?
A stool?
No.
A pedestal?
A decent
soapbox?
Dude,
skateboard?
I'm gonna kill you for giving me that freaking
haze
foundation. So you'll be able to afford a decent foundation for your company.
Thanks, dude.
Next time, let me know you're gonna give me a damn haze, dude.
I didn't even know what I was doing, dude.
Start sparking.
Man, you trusted a guy who was on haze to not give you some haze. Haze is for girls, anyways. Doesn't matter. You'll be fine.
It's one of the only things that really sends me off kilter, where I'm like unfocused and like, whoa.
How about this? No one's really paying attention to us in the chat room talking. Anyways, they're talking about curing. So you want to talk about how you used to cure when you were a farmer, Tim?
Curing? It's hard to. I mean, it really is hard to get a good cure in Colorado.
Tell us
you have to really do you have to know what you're doing.
Tell us your steps. Tell us your elevation and
elevation.
How you did it from snip to burp.
Well, see, here's the thing: is a lot of people are on this like wait till it's dry trim.
Like hang their plants dry.
Like they hang their plants wet.
Yep. And then dry them out.
Dry it out
and then trim.
Do a trim that way.
How about what's the Martin technique?
You can make it quicker. Well, I did that at one point because I wasn't always at home at the times I needed to be because I was doing the show and anyway.
When you were doing the show from your living room, you weren't always home on time?
When things needed to be, dude, they were just the time frame.
Okay.
It makes it easier on you. And in the long run, I mean, in my opinion, kind of does take away from quality a little bit. And but I mean, if you've got so much or whatever.
Well, what's the ideal way
only one or
to
two
cure if you could do it in a perfect world?
I'm really making excuses.
That's why I'm saying give us the ideal way in a fantasy world that you could have done.
I mean, here's how I harvest. I took off the fan leaves first before I even cut down the plant.
Sure.
All right.
What'd you do with them?
And then harvested what I do with the fan leaves.
Yeah.
I fed them to the dog.
I just know.
Actually, the dog ate them as they were coming off.
There are some places that save the fan leaves and dry them out, and then tumble them and get a lot of Blanc Keef off of it. But anyways, go ahead.
No, I mean.
Okay, go ahead. Feed them to the dogs.
We'll go into that more.
Okay.
We could talk about that. The quote unquote keef on leaves. That's not quite true there. Anyway, chop at night.
Mm-hmm.
After at least 12 hours of darkness.
Why?
That makes sure that all your the uptake. When the lights get on, that's when the plant takes everything from the soil up into itself.
Sure.
So if you harvest with the lights off, I mean, it creates a better quality.
Okay.
And also at the same time, I mean, some people would put their plant maybe in dark for 24, 48 hours and try and cool down that period. But really, the plant's got to be cool. You start it out like a week earlier, and there's situations where you can make it too cooler, and it